Hello strangers and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome in. As most of you can probably tell, I am using a new model. If you're not aware, I do ask on my community tabs for y'all's opinions on videos and like changes I may make, and this was one of them. Y'all voted to use my old model and this model interchangeably, but let me know what you think about this one in the comments below. So we have a pretty big video today. We have 3 redesigns in one. I hope y'all are excited for it. Her design, I had originally thought maybe I could do a soft girl aesthetic, but the dress I picked for her just didn't look good on her. It's also a little too close to Rybaru, because Rybaru is definitely sporting a soft girl aesthetic. So instead I gave Amai a sort of cottagecore aesthetic instead. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know I try to give all the rivals their own aesthetic as much as possible, just to make them stand out from one another a bit easier. I did like the puffy sleeves on her. Now that I look at it, one of her sleeves is a little too big. I need to fix that. But I liked the scalloped edges on her skirt. I thought that was a cute thought. And then I also found these like embroidered boots, looking up cottagecore like shoes, that popped up. I thought those were so cute, and whenever I saw those, I was like, yep, I'm gonna put flowers on her. And I also added that purple, because I noticed that I started doing a monochromatic, so I needed to quickly add a second color to this color palette, because it was looking too green. Another change to her color palette, they used more of a like pastel, like teal mint color, and I made that a bit darker. I just didn't like the light teal right next to her skin. I guess it's mint, not teal. Okay, so with Amai, I did do a lot of research for this video, and I found out that Amai has actually mostly been implemented into the game already. Didn't know that. And for her school outfit, it's basically the same as everybody else's, but I did give her a different sweater. In my brain, I think that they would have like a online catalog where you can buy like school items, like clothing items for school, that they give you to pick from, so everyone's wearing the same colors. And I think they would probably have like multiple different styles of like sweaters that you could pick from, and length of skirt and things like that. So we find out in game that the problem that she is having for the befriend method, there is a rival bakery in town, and they are sabotaging her parents' bakery, like letting in 24 rats, I think. That's crazy. So you basically help her get evidence to get them arrested for doing this. So that is interesting. Other than that, there isn't much important lore really at all, and she's such a bland character. There's not much you can really do with her, because she's just like a sweet girl with a crush. There's nothing noteworthy. She just likes to bake and cook. That's it. I do relate to her a lot because of that, because I do like baking. I actually celebrated my birthday. This is coming out later, but my birthday was August 24th, and I made cake pops and cupcakes for my party. Story-wise, it's definitely harder to come up with ideas for her. The other two in this video are more lore-heavy for one reason or another. Now on to Infochan. I actually renamed them to Infosan because that is more of a gender-neutral title. She probably doesn't want people to know her identity. I also took this as an opportunity to make them non-binary, but they still use she, her, and they, them pronouns. Also, I just want to apologize if I do get any information wrong or like not representing the like non-binary people correctly. I did try to research for this video, but I got some like mixed information. Some people say it's okay to use like she, they, he, they, whatever, and then some other people say no. Despite me being asexual and in the community, I'm still a little confused, so all I can do is research. So I do apologize. You are welcome to correct me in the comments, just please don't be mean. I'm trying my best. So with Infosan, I gave them a mask, because if they are going into public, they don't want to be recognized. They don't want people to know their identity. But the fun with having a mask is if you take it off and you change up what you're wearing, if you get into trouble and you do that, then they probably won't know, like, who they're talking to. Another smart thing with the mask is in Japan, it is more common for sick people to wear those out in public, especially when they have to go to work. So they would probably just assume she's sick. I did change up her hair. I didn't like the short cut that she originally had, and especially that in the back. It was just, it was kind of ugly. So I gave them a bit more of a longer haircut, and a bit more like angled, and I did give them a small ponytail, and I dressed them in pants and a like tucked in shirt. I figured they would want to conceal as much as their body as possible, since they do illegal activities. And that earpiece, I do have their hair tucked behind their ear right now. They would have it covered with their hair out in public. I also thought whenever they go out, they wear different colored contacts and possibly change up how they style their hair before going out. So if they ever did get caught for whatever reason, their description wouldn't match up with like whatever identity that the police may or may not be looking for. And I'm just now realizing some of y'all might not know Infosan's lore. So basically her father is the detective from the 1980s that tried to get Ayano's mother for her crimes and failed miserably. Her mother died during childbirth, unfortunately, and her father after turned to drinking. Basically, Infosan had to raise themselves. I guess learned hacking at a very young age and started doing these illegal activities to, I guess, get money? I'm not exactly sure of their motivation. Later, I guess before high school, her father actually moves to America to flee from Yandere-chan's mother. That also explains why Ayano's parents are not home either. It's because her mother's chasing down this detective to basically off him. Things I would change in the game: no panty shots. So we're just gonna keep the blackmail and listening devices and like selling secrets, stuff like that. As a endgame scenario, if you like kill all of your rivals or like some of them, I feel like she would try to imprison you with this evidence to try to get revenge for her father. Of course, if you don't kill anybody and there's not like evidence of any wrongdoing, she can't really do anything. But if you do end up offing a lot of your classmates, instead of like immediate game over, you will get like one last chance to like clear her phone or like whatever technology she has with all this evidence. I don't know exactly what it'd be. It'd be some sort of like game or like quick time event. I'm not exactly sure. Also, in the original game, they never come out of that information club room. I believe that's where they are. I'm just wondering if they're freaking sleeping in there or if they do go home. But if they say they never leave, I feel like it would be very interesting if they did live at the school and after like everyone's gone, they just go shower in the girls' locker room. They would have like everything they need there except having to go out for groceries. But if they ever do leave the information room, I feel like it would be pretty easy for them to blend in, especially since they do wear the uniform. I am very excited for this Kizana redesign. Originally, I was kind of like dreading redesigning her, but the creative juices were flowing this time, so I had a lot of fun. I don't know about y'all, but the original Kizana, horrible personality. At least of the short information that we get in game or from her bio. I did make her plus size, so she is the second plus size character in our roster of characters I've redesigned so far. Her and Osana, both plus size. They're both beautiful and squishy, and I love them. I'm sorry. For her personality is still the same, at least on the surface. She's like arrogant and thinks very highly of herself. I do have it down that she is pretty wealthy and that her dad, I think, would be working for the Psycho Corporation, like in an office or something. He doesn't have like a big role, but he does get paid a lot of money. Before high school, I've headcanoned that she did get bullied for being overweight. And she was a lot more of a like pushover and quiet when she was younger. And she decided one day that she would just change her personality so that people couldn't hurt her anymore. Because I don't know if y'all have heard this, but if you tell yourself that you're like great and whatever else, you'll eventually, after saying it for so long, you'll believe it. So that's just what she did, basically. The sentence I kind of put in my head of like maybe a quote she might say is that you can't be bullied if you think you are the best. So that's kind of the thought process I had on that. She's still very arrogant, but she is like, if you get to know her, she is actually an extremely kind person. So she's a bit more bearable than the original, I think, so far. Right away, I wanted to get rid of her drill curls. Like, there's only one drill curl girly, and that is, what is it, Coconut? She's the one and only. You cannot steal her hairstyle. So I gave her a bit more of a rich girl hairstyle, at least in my head. So like part of it is put up, and she does have real roses in her hair every day. I think she has a like maid that fixes her hair for her, probably. And I also made it like super long and curly, and I think it looks really, really cute on her. And I also gave her this little like golden rose pin that she wears on like any of her bows. I also did try to keep some of the rose aesthetic, just not so in your face. Some people didn't like Kizana's like original stockings. I actually liked them, but I didn't think they really worked for this outfit, especially since she is so rich. Whenever I think rich, I think like lace, like ruffles, like custom made things. So yeah, I gave her like this cute blue top and the plaid skirt. I do try to keep most of these redesigns simple enough where you can replicate them if you did want to draw fan art. I do apologize for putting lace. It was just too cute not to. You can always draw her without them, but I do think she looks much cuter with them. But I do think the blue, purple, and gold color palette really do suit her. She turned out really cute. So she is the third rival, and I was thinking, like, what could you add to her to make her more difficult? And I thought that it would be harder to be able to bully somebody while she is in school. Because she was bullied, she doesn't like seeing other people go through that. So if she sees somebody being bullied, she will actually take them like under her wing and basically spend all of her time with this other person who is being bullied and like befriend them and basically not let anyone else give them a hard time while she is around. And I think for a bonus, they could actually give them like a makeover. It wouldn't be like anything drastic about their appearance. It would be more like encouraging them and just like styling their hair and helping them like gain more confidence. So it would be extremely difficult to be able to do bully elimination methods while she is in school. And if you keep her alive, I feel like it would be good if this continued on every single week, which would make things even more difficult, instead of the rival just completely disappearing into the ether once you eliminate them. Like, they're still going to affect your gameplay, just not Senpai itself. She is a rather tall girly. I think she is sitting at 5'8", 5'9", I think. I would have to double check. But yeah, she's not super tall like Oka and Osana, but she is a bit higher than average height. And I did try to play with giving her longer sleeves on her uniform, but I felt like she stood out too much with the long sleeves. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with these three. For the next video, I'm kind of wanting to do Osuro. I was originally gonna do her for this video, but then I realized, oh wait, she has like a whole gang of delinquents, and I really want to redesign them as well. Same for Megami. Megami has the student council, so I might, like, the next two videos might be really long, because I want to do like the whole group. We'll see. It might have to be like a two-parter or whatever. And for the adult rivals, I wasn't sure if I was gonna do them. I think it's really weird to have adult rivals. The only way you could keep them adults is make them obstacles, but they would have to be removed as rivals. So if I do redesign them, I'm going to age them down. So for the substitute teacher, I was gonna age her down and make her either the headmaster or the guidance counselor's daughter. For the nurse, same thing. I would just age her down and make her the nurse's daughter. And because she's the nurse's daughter, like, she can still be clumsy and stuff, but her mom has taught her stuff about medicine, so she is able to like treat wounds or give people medicine, because she does have that knowledge from her mother. That's the future ideas for like the rest of the series. Let me know what y'all think. Okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye. Let's see what we can do with 49 minutes of audio.